Our whole universe was in a hot, dense state that nearly 14 billion years ago expansion started. Wait, the earth began to cool, the autotrophs began to drool, Neanderthals developed tools, we built a wall. The pyramids, math, science, history, unraveling the mystery, it all started with a big bang.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Julie the Bibliophile, and today I am here to do the Big Bang Theory book tag. The Big Bang Theory is one of my favorite shows. I watch it with my family every night. We have it on while we're eating dinner and chilling out after dinner. I love to watch the show with my family, and I loved the most recent season finale a couple of weeks back. I'm still like mind blown over that, so I thought this was the perfect book tag to do today. This tag was created by Tickmick the Book Hoarder. I will link their channel in the description below. We have 7 questions based on the 7 main characters of the show, and I'm just going to go ahead and jump right into it. The first question is Sheldon Cooper, and this is a character who has the best character development. Like Sheldon in the show, Sheldon goes through so much character development throughout the course of the show, mostly because of his girlfriend, Amy, and for that reason, I have decided to pick Mr. Rochester from Jane Eyre. I've said it in book tags before, I've said it in videos before. I love the character development in Mr. Rochester. It's my favorite character development in any book whatsoever, which is weird for me because, like, it's hard for me to, like, notice character development in books, like, similar to the character development that Sheldon is having. Mostly, character development for me, I really pick up on it in TV shows. It's my favorite thing. And there are things like the Kingdom Keeper series where I'm like, whoa, after 7 books, like, the character development. But that's character development that you don't notice until you, like, reread the books. Character development that you notice right away, like, from point A to point B, is Mr. Rochester. And like Sheldon, Mr. Rochester had his character development due to his love interest, Jane. Jane Eyre is my favorite classic. It's one of my favorite books. I love Mr. Rochester's character development. I cannot say much more about it without spoiling, but, like, by the end of this book, if you've read Jane Eyre, you know about the end and, like, what I mean for Mr. Rochester at the end of this book. And it's just so amazing. It, like, made me cry in my AP Lit class. Question number 2 is Rajesh Koothrappali, and this is a character who leaves you speechless. This question was left open to interpretation in terms of what speechless classified as. I decided to go with a character who leaves me speechless just because they're so precious and their romance is so precious and it just makes me squeal and, like, clutch my heart with how cute it is all the time. And this character is Peter Kavinsky from the To All the Boys I've Loved Before series. From the moment I first saw him in To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I knew Peter was going to be great and that Peter was going to be the love interest, and from the way he interacted with Lara Jean and from the way that they were introduced and how they were talked about, how they used to be best friends, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna be a freaking romance. And I just love Peter, just the way he speaks about Lara Jean, the way he behaves around Lara Jean when they were fake dating and when they're actually dating is just precious, and it leaves me speechless because I love Peter. Question number 3 is Leonard Hofstadter, and this is the best sidekick. Now in books, I hate to call a character a sidekick unless we're talking superheroes. There is the best friend character and the sidekick archetype. Sometimes in a lot of the books I read that aren't like chick lit, it's hard to classify because a lot of the adventure books I do read do sort of have like an ensemble cast, and the best friend is not necessarily the sidekick, like not necessarily involved in everything, but I decided to go with Luna Lovegood from the Harry Potter series, also known as my favorite fictional character of all time. I love Luna so much. I thought Luna classified as a good sidekick because you don't really want to classify Ron and Hermione as sidekicks because they're in the Golden Trio and kind of like main characters with Harry. But Luna is a side character, Luna is a secondary character, Luna is in the Silver Trio with Ginny and Neville, and I knew that picking someone from the Silver Trio might be a good idea for sidekick, and Luna is just the best. I just love her. She's just adorable and so unafraid to be herself. She's just like me. She is the best Ravenclaw, and she's totally like a Ravenpuff too. She's got Hufflepuff in her, caring about her friends so much. Luna has got like the best traits of all the houses. She's intelligent and independent and unafraid to be herself, just like Ravenclaws. She's brave like Gryffindor. She's loyal to her friends like a Hufflepuff. And I guess, like, cunning, too. I'd have to think about how Luna fits into Slytherin some more, but I just love Luna so much, and if you don't love Luna Lovegood, who are you? Question number 4 is Howard Wolowitz, and this is a character with a sense of humor that's unique, to say the least, but that you can't help but love. This definitely classifies Howard's humor on The Big Bang Theory, and honestly, a lot of the humor on The Big Bang Theory, like, unique, but you can't help but love it. For this question, I decided to go with 9 from the Lorien Legacy series. Now, I kind of stopped reading the Lorien Legacy series. I was a little bit into United as one, and I couldn't do it anymore for reasons that I can't mention because spoilers. But 9 has got, like, this dry sarcasm, cynicalism, and I just love 9. I just love 9 and his humor, and sorry, yeah. Question number 5 is Penny. We don't have a maiden name for Penny, but now she's Penny Hofstadter. But question number 5 is Penny, and this is a character with big dreams. For this one, I decided to go with a character from a recent read of mine, and that is Lily Abbott from P.S. I Like You by Casey West. Lily is just a sweetheart, and she writes songs, and she wants to be a songwriter and performer and have her songs known to the world one day. Lily's got those big dreams, and I love her. Question number 6 is Bernadette Rostenkowski Wolowitz, and this is a character with a strong will. For this one, I've decided to go with Annabeth Chase from the Percy Jackson, Heroes of Olympus, Magnus Chase, and Trials of Apollo series. Basically, Annabeth Chase from the Percy Jackson universe. And I thought of all my female characters in dystopian books. They all have strong wills. It's kind of a required feature for you to be in an adventure book as a female. And they all have strong wills in different ways. But strong will for dystopian or adventure books, much like Annabeth, is like a strong will. I'm tough, I can deal with anything, and that's definitely Annabeth. But I decided to go with Annabeth out of everybody because Annabeth has kind of been through the most shit. You got the single dad who married the stepmother, stopped caring about her, and then, you know, she runs away with Luke and Thalia, and then Thalia dies, and then she's alone in camp. Years later, Luke betrays everybody. How many times does she almost die? How many times does she almost lose Percy? She went through hell, and, like, she's still, like, now, like, you know, this was all supposed to be over, and now her cousin's like, by the way, Norse gods are real too, so, hey. Annabeth got that strong will, girl. Our final question, question number 7, is Amy Farrah Fowler, and this is a misunderstood character. The misunderstood characters in books are generally not my favorite ones, like misunderstood. Yeah, okay, sure you are. Severus Snape, I see you. I have a couple of TV characters who I can definitely say are misunderstood, but for me, I went with one that was kind of misunderstood, like, within their book universe, not necessarily by the readers, and this I went with for Tobias, whatever you want to call him, from the Divergent series. 4 is definitely misunderstood in his world. Everybody thinks he's, like, head of Dauntless, so tough, but guess what? He's from Abnegation, and he was abused, and his name is not 4. His name is Tobias, and, like, he's got this sweet side, and he's not as tough as everybody thinks, and that's why he falls in love with Trish. Triss, not Trish. That's why he falls in love with Triss, because she sees this side of him that nobody else sees. They allow each other to see the sides of them that they don't want anybody else to see, right? And that's why when Veronica Roth, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything, because that was about to be a mildly not vague spoiler alert. So, yeah, just 4. Okay, that is it for today. As always, you can follow me on Tumblr, Twitter, Instagram, and Goodreads. All links in the description. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below how you might answer these questions, or if you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory. I will see you next time, you guys. Keep reading. Bye-bye.